Is the sky falling?
No, it's not falling, although it's getting cloudy out there.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
So we're excited to welcome you to another episode of Life's Inside Track. I'm Yetta Decker.
And I'm Ken Decker.
And it's where we get to share techniques, thoughts, tips, tools, and some tactics that we all need, we all deserve. You, I, everyone. So we can turn our house into home, families thrive, and we get to live the best life possible. So
that sounds great.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes,
and so
it does.
What's up? Because right now with the real estate market all over the place and the rising interest rates, people are getting a little concerned. And so we're going to consider a little bit what the true impact is of the changes, of the shifts.
Yeah, what are the true impacts? That's a beautiful conversation we're going to have.
It is.
I'm excited about this one, Yetta.
I'm excited about all of them, Ken Decker. And so as we think about our clients, seller clients have had we'll call it a run.
Yes.
A run for a couple of years, 2.5 years. And it's not that the run's over. So I guess the first thing we're just going to put out there is really around inventory levels, right? We were living with half a month to 1 month of inventory in most areas and in most price ranges. Like when we say these general things, just recognize we're not talking about your specific street or your specific subdivision necessarily. So if you ever kind of want to go, want the real scoop? Well, you know what to do, right? Like you know to reach us and we'll give you the true scoop on your community, like right where you are. But let's go back to the general stuff because it gives us an understanding of the overarching market, and it's probably relative and true in like 90% of the markets.
Yeah. But you know what? I think the buyers had a tough go for quite a number of years, couple years, where it was just a buying frenzy and it was difficult. And the beauty with this market, we're more into a balanced market, and we're going to get into some numbers and some details. And it's important to know that if you're thinking of buying, this is a great time to buy because inventory levels are back up. They're still not up to what we would consider normal. They're still below normal levels, but there's an ability to choose between houses instead of just, oh, there's one, I'm going to take it. You can actually pick. It's like going to the grocery store and there's 30 apples on the table and you can pick one or two that you like, right?
Typed, you mean?
No,
not individual apples.
No, individual apples. There's like 30 apples and you can look at them and go, oh, I'll take that shiny one without any imperfections. I'll take that one. And that's what the real estate kind of market is now. Before it was like, oh, that's a house. I better take it.
Well, it was starting to feel that way, right?
Yes.
If I needed a house, I'd better just get one because I may not. I mean, the worst we heard in that crazy market was 55 offers before somebody got a house. Now, we just had a client the other day who you still want to jump when you see the right thing. Beautiful young couple buying their first property in a pretty sought out after community or a couple of communities they're willing to consider. And we went and we don't go unless we're pretty sure it's it. And that's kind of the nice thing because you're not getting confused about the options because that's the struggle for buyers in a market where there's more inventory.
Right.
You go see too many and then you don't know what to do anyway and then you don't act and then that doesn't work.
That doesn't work either.
Right. So they found one they liked and the seller decided that he would stay with the old strategy and change his showing instructions, which isn't necessarily an old strategy, but it is a strategy of the last 2 years.
Well, let's back up for a second. He got 2 offers.
Right.
Did he get 2 offers or 1 offer?
2 offers.
2 offers. Yours was over asking.
Yeah.
And no conditions, correct?
No conditions.
And they decided to say no to both of them and wait till
today, really.
Yeah. So we don't know what's happened yet.
Right.
But in the meantime,
our client, there's enough inventory out there that they found another property that probably is even better for them and they bought it.
Yeah.
So now
the seller may come to market again on Monday and get less or nothing.
Or nothing.
Because he thought our buyer would wait. And that was the case when there were so few houses for sale. Buyers would have to wait because nothing else would come up on the market.
Right.
But now they're coming up regularly. There's lots of, well, not lots, but there's good amount of inventory.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, for sellers, if you're pricing properly, the market's still strong for a seller. It's what we would consider a balanced market.
Well, and I might even say to you, it's not quite balanced yet. It's
Well, let's
still,
look at the numbers because I think you might be right.
I am right. I know I am because I know the numbers, right? And so really it's now the beautiful thing is you get to buy a house without feeling out of control. And you get to sell a house also without feeling out of control, because I can tell you my sellers did not necessarily, yes, they enjoyed potentially the money they got for houses, but most sellers did not enjoy the experience that very extreme sellers market created.
It was frantic. And when you went on the market, back then you either moved out for a week or you spent the week in your car.
Right. It was true.
Really?
More or less.
And then you could come home and
And so if
sleep.
you're thinking, I want some more information specifically to me, then what I'm going to encourage you to do is book a 15-minute. That's it. I just want to chat with you, or Ken wants to chat with you for 15 minutes. It's just a clarity call. Just to get a feel for, is this the right time for you or not? Is this something you should consider? Should it be okay, even with the interest rates going up, prices stabilizing or potentially coming down, but inventory going up? Is this right? Like, that sounds like a lot of confusion. So if you want a clarity session, we can handle that if you just give us a call.
Yeah, for sure. And then we'll just, in that meeting, we might decide to meet for a longer meeting, in that 15-minute call. And you might decide, nope, you know what? I don't need any more information. I got enough from that one.
Exactly.
Yeah. So inventory is up significantly. We're sitting around 3,000 properties right now. In 2021, we had 1,900 properties. Now, 2019, just before the pandemic, 3,200 houses. So we're pretty much close to what we were before.
And the pre-pandemic was still a very strong seller's market. It just wasn't an out of control
market.
Seller's market.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Exactly. So presently we have 2.7 months of inventory.
Right. And so
I know you're telling me go balance at 3, right?
Right. It does. Well, it goes balance somewhere after.
But who
3,
made
right?
up that?
I'm believing it, because you get to feel what the market does. It's still, so anywhere from 1 to 3 months worth of inventory, we would typically describe as a seller's market.
Right.
And 4 to 6 months of inventory, we would describe as a balanced market. And 7 to 9 months of inventory, we would describe as a buyer's market.
Right.
And 10 plus months of inventory, we would describe as the depressed market.
Right. And so in August of 21, we were at 1.2 months of inventory. Right. So we have twice as much inventory and the sales are down. 2019, 1.8 months. So pre-pandemic, we were already in a very strong buyer's or seller's market, right?
Exactly.
Now, sales, they've gone down 1,100 compared to 1,550. So that's a significant...
In a given, like in the month of August in 2022 versus 21.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so what's it all mean to you?
It means really what you want to do. Like, what do you want to do? You really want to time your life, not the market.
Exactly. So we're grateful to be your partners on this journey of wealth, wisdom, and worth.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together